listen to Kusumata-san from Kusumoto Chemicals, Japan.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Yosuke Kusumoto of Kusumoto Chemicals. It's my true pleasure making presentation regarding Japanese market in this event 2 consecutive years. So today's my presentation covers economic trend in Japan and our Castor market situation, and unique application Castor is utilized in Japan, and a company introduction if I still have time to do that. So before moving forward, do you know what the rank of Japan as a country of the volume importing castor oil and its derivatives? We are actually the 6th largest importer of castor oil and 3rd largest importer of castor derivatives. So now you may be more interested in my presentation. So start from the exchange rate. Our currency get depreciated quite drastically in past 3 years, and current range is 150 yen per USD. Obviously, the extreme condition is not healthy, but the to Indian rupee is very similar. In past 10 years, Indian rupee get weaker and weaker, and current range is 86 rupee per USD. But maybe like weaker rupee is at least helpful for the castor industry because you are export-oriented industries. So our GDP growth was 0.5% last year, and it's expected to be 1.5% next year. And obviously, among those major countries, our GDP growth is very low. And look at India, you have a 6% plus of increase, and you are the best in the world. And we are currently the 4th largest economy in the world, but sooner or later, India is going to take us over. Our stock market and government bond interest rate. Actually, last year in 2024, we recorded the highest stock price of 42,000. But if you consider the exchange rate, because of weaker yen, if you convert it to the USD, actually it's very flat. So it's not really ideal for the foreign investors. So our government bond interest rate also has been flat for many years as a range of 0 or to the minus. But condition has changed finally because our central bank changed their policy and they increased their rate from historical minus range to 0.5 for now. Our inflation rate, similar. We suffered for deflation for 3 decades, but the situation finally changed. Now we have some inflation, but it's still manageable range of 3%. And it's way still smaller than the one in India. Our trade statistics. So we as a country import more than export. The one reason, we don't have any natural resources, so we as a country really relied on the imported natural resources. So on the pie chart, I divided by the regions. So blue is Asia, the orange is the US, North America, and gray is the Europe, and the yellow is Middle East. So we export the most to Asia, but by the country, US is the biggest country we export for, of 20%. And China follows us 18%. And India is 2% for us. For the import, China is the biggest country we import from, and the US follows 11%. The India falling to 1%, even though we import quite a good amount of castor derivatives. And interesting thing is Middle East. Because we import good amount of natural resources, so the Middle East is very large amount for us. And auto industry is by far the most important industry in Japan. So even I see a lot of Suzuki car, Toyota cars on the street of India. So on the left up side is number of the car produced in Japan. On the right side is the car sales volume in Japan. There are some volume gap because we produce quite many cars for export. But you can see the numbers gradually decreasing. This is a big threat for our economy because the automotive is by far the biggest industry in Japan. On the left bottom side, that's the production of by the brand in the global production. So Toyota by far the biggest of the production of like 10 million units, and almost 65% are produced outside of Japan. And Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Suzuki follows Toyota. From here, I talk about the Castor situation in Japan. All data here are from custom data of Japan, which is available for free. The Castor oil number, I would say it's relatively flat. It's gradually decreasing, but still I would consider this is flat. And price in Japanese yen remain very stable. As you all know, the price from Castor price in 2024 was eased from the high range of 2023. But because our currency got weakened, so the price remained very similar. The HCO, actually the number bounced from very low volume of 2023, and the range was similar to 2021, 2022. The interesting thing, we import roughly 20% from Thailand, and you see the fairly big price gap from the one from Thailand, one from India. So those Indian exporters, you may have some room to increase their price a little bit. I'm joking. So sebacic acid, we predominantly import from China. And sebacic acid, I expect the demand will keep strong because sebacic acid is an important raw material for biopolyol. But interesting thing, prices keep getting lower. Honestly, I don't know what is happening. Vivian must know better than me about it. And 12-HSA, linoleic acid, and others, they fall into the same HS code, so I was not able to divide them, I combined them. Similar to HCO, the number bounced from 2023, and I hope this will continue. My economy is a bit, struggling, but we expect at least a similar number for 2025. So there is a sustainable exhibition in Japan twice in a year, once in Tokyo, once in Osaka. We found some companies exhibiting Castor delivered product. So I don't go each by each, so I just want to introduce some of them. So Mitsui Chemical, they have a biopolyol based on Castor. Arkema polyamide 11, I don't have to explain, it's obviously based on Castor. And Kusumoto, we also, as a manufacturer of additives for various industries, we use bio raw materials, and Castor is one of our key raw materials. Our other companies also do the polyols or like plastics based on Castors. So this presentation is supported by our local specialized magazine, Fats and Oil. So this page is for special thanks for them. So I think I got 30 more seconds to do a brief introduction of our company. So we are the company established almost 100 years ago. Next year is going to be our 100 years anniversary. We have almost 300 people, and our sales was 31 billion Japanese yen last year. So we have a trading division, which we deal Castor derivatives. Also, we have our production business, and in this, we are the downstream user of Castor derivatives. And we produce core additives for coating, ink, and sealant, electronics, such applications. For our product, we have 20 distributors across the world, 3 factories in Japan, and also production in India, China, and Thailand. Our plants are greater in Tokyo area, and we have a sales office across the country. Those are our laboratories and factories in Japan. We also have testing facilities which our customers can outsource us to test various things. That's it. I hope my presentation is somehow helpful for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.